Hello and welcome to the Silver Gauntlets. Welcome to the maybe deciding match as to who makes it to semifinals. Is it going to be DareDevin or is it going to be HollowLogic? Folks, here to tell you all about it are Sadie and Toffile. Folks, how are you?
We are doing great. I mean, I am exhausted. It is early my time, but I'm so excited to be here. Tafel, how are you doing?
I've been up for 4 hours and I'm hopped up on coffee, and I tried to take a nap and it didn't work. So, yeah, no, this is gonna be fun. Our majors today are Open Deku, but Dungeon ER, so who the hell knows what's in it? And we also have random warp songs because Hollow loves chaos, and Bombchus and Logic for Daredevil.
Yeah,
So,
this is going to be a little insane. I'm going to get a little bit scrambled because we have had a lot of Dungeon ER plus Warp Song randomizer this season. It's been a lot. Is this the third match between Daredevil and Hollow?
I believe this is game 2.
It is the second match.
Second match, excellent. Yeah, so you can see on screen, these are both very experienced racers. Daredevin has a slight head over Hollow, with 22 wins to 14 wins. But they're both incredible runners. Daredevin's been in the community for a really long time. Hollow has some insane like logic knowledge. So I'm really, really excited to see how this goes today.
And we can also see that these two both have more than 200 races to their name, right? We're looking at
Mhm.
And we're looking at 38 head-to-head encounters. So 38 times when these two giants of the community have faced each other.
Yeah, yeah. So that's a lot of races. These are very experienced runners. You're gonna see some great gameplay today between the two of them. What's interesting is how obviously randomizer best in times are like dependent on seed, but it is really interesting to see that Hollow does have the faster time of the two. And I think that that does speak to how Hollow plays, which is really, really risky sometimes, which can pay off if the seed has some really weird logic that's out of the ordinary, or it can kind of throw Hollow off for a little bit. So I'm really excited to see the outcome of this. Daredevin did take the first match, so Hollow has to win this match to still be in the running and force a game 3, which we love game 3s here, don't we, chat?
It does seem that we do.
Thank you,
Baseball,
baseball.
baseball is excited. It seems like Chad is still asleep. Chad, are you awake yet? Get your predictions in.
Chat,
Who will be the first to 3 medallions?
chat, can we get a hype?
Let's get this hype train started. And also, I think it is time for us to hop over to the commentary side of things, to the slide, I should say. And let's see what these two have got going for us. We have a free water medallion. We have a free prelude for both of them. Though it is random song warp, so who knows where that goes.
Yeah. No Master Sword, so we're getting a child start. So probably gonna go see what the heck's in Deku Tree almost immediately.
Yeah, free Deku is literally just a free check. So it's really, really nice to start as child and be able to just get that out of the way. Well, multiple free checks. There's a lot of checks in Deku.
Yeah, well, it could be. I'm just hoping it's like GTG and Deku Tree.
I'm hoping Deku Tree is foolish because I think stuff like that is funny.
Well, no, it's the Deku Tree entrance. It's open.
Oh, right, Dungeon ER. Okay, we're good. We're good.
And we're off to 1 now for Sadie today.
Yeah, everyone keep track of how many times I forget that we're doing Dungeon ER. keep a tally. And we got an early bow.
Oh. An early bow means that if it is GTG, you're just going to immediately leave because you can come back and take care of the eye switches. Oh.
Yeah, it's like you don't want to spend a ton of time trying to do it as child whenever you can come back and get even more as adult. And Hollow might be a couple of seconds behind. This happened last time we were restreaming because of Hollow's internet connection. We might get a little bit of Hollow's slideshow today. So do not panic on Hollow's side. Everything will be good. Tobias will tell us if not.
Yeah. We have a bit of a Hollow stream. Yeah, so let's see where Prelude takes us.
Come on, Wasteland! Death Mountain Crater.
And this has to be the Valera warp pad because you're forced to have a warp here, unless this is required.
Ooh, I mean, on one hand, that's going to give you another song whenever you go adult. On the other hand, there's not a lot you can do with that now.
No, that's that. The thing is, though, I'm surprised Devin didn't check the entrance. Because we have Dungeon ER that allows us to have a child entrance in there. Albeit, like, it'd be really valuable more if that was like Spirit Temple. Looks like Lab Dive. One of our Deku Tree hints is Lab Dive is a piece of heart. I'm sure we'll see the hints on Devin's side in a second. Didn't see what was in Deku Tree itself. So.
Yeah, it's worth remembering that Hollow's the one that picked Dungeon ER, so let's see if Hollow remembered. Nope, Hollow's not checking the entrance. Well, okay.
Yeah, that's... Shadow Temple is bottom of the well.
Shadow Temple is in bottom of the well? Okay.
No, other way around. Bottom of the well is in Shadow Temple.
Okay, cool. It is so early for these settings, y'all.
Yeah. And here's Hollow going to go take a look at the case or chest.
Yeah, and there's that lab diving hint we saw early.
And we have...
Spirit Temple.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. And honestly, that's fine. Cool.
Yeah, we'll probably want to go back there. They're gonna want a child range weapon, like, or some Bombchus almost immediately now.
Yeah, they're gonna hold that off until they have one of those two things to be able to clear through Child Spirit, and then they can start looking for the stuff for Adult Spirit.
Yeah, well, also, if we get enough keys, you can drop down and take a look at what's at the Requiem Warp. Looks like Hollow's gonna make the play for Lon Lon.
Yeah, and what's awesome is that you get to check the song at Requiem, and you get to check that entrance at Colossus. So that would be huge if they're able to get up that high.
Yeah. 30 Skulls is dead. The other two Skull Hints we'll have to find at the Skull House later.
Flame Check is dead. Ooh, that is a nice early Furores.
Yeah, that's nice, and that's a check that Hollow sometimes doesn't like to do a lot of times. Just because it's kind of far and it takes a lot of money. So that'll actually be interesting to see if Devin is the only one with FW for a little while.
Yeah, and you can see, like, with Hollow being in Lon Lon, like, Hollow doesn't want to do Lost Woods right now. This is what I was saying about how Hollow kind of makes some riskier plays, such as, like, putting off this area that's right next to your spawn point.
Yeah, well, it kind of depends. Like, there's only like 2 checks you can do in Lost Woods right now as a child. but really, the real thing you kind of want is the song, and like getting the song out of Lon Lon versus the song in SFM isn't too bad. Like this basically Lon Lon versus Lost Woods. It's 2 song checks and two item checks and a song check, so they're kind of equal value.
Ooh, that's fair. That's fair.
So yeah, but like the one caveat is like with Lon Lon, you might be closer to market to get adult, but you're also not going to like leave anything behind in these settings. So there is that. It's kind of how you want to route it. I mean, for all we know, we'll get a warp song to Lon Lon Ranch from Daria. We're not actually guaranteed to get a warp song to, you know, behind Mido into the Sacred Forest Meadow region as an adult in these settings.
Yeah, because we might just have Saria's easily accessible, and there's our forest entrance access.
Yeah. There's only 2 warp songs that we're guaranteed to have available, and we've already gotten one of them. Or warp areas available. But bonus is Bolero, so that's our second warp song.
Yeah, it's nice to start with 2 of your warp songs. There's nothing worse than whenever you have your warp song rando and you get none of your warp songs till late in the seed.
Unfortunately, nobody turned on the Blue Fire Arrows flag.
Yeah, it was funny. I was actually peeking in on Jax and Sadie's planning thread, and they were talking about Blue Fire Arrows.
Okay, so that's some interesting information there. Burning Kakariko is Sun Song, but more importantly, our Skull Mask is a bomb bag.
Oh.
Big Buzz is dead, and Bolero is our other guaranteed warp song, which is Nocturne. The Nocturne warp. Lab dive dupe.
Okay.
So I kind of feel like Devin's probably going to take a quick walk over to Castletown immediately and go start Skull Mask up. And then maybe run over to Lon Lon and see where that takes him, which will...
Yeah, and that's actually great information for Devin, and I think 1 point for doing the Sacred Forest Meadow over doing Lon Lon is you do get more information going that route.
Yeah, so that also means we're going to get... We potentially are going to lose ourselves a King Dodongo path. We don't know where Dodongo's Cavern is right now, but we haven't always hinted Bomb Bag. So...
Yeah, it really depends on how nasty the placement of King Dodongo's is. Because if King Dodongo's is like in Jabu, we're probably going to get some sort of hint for Rudos to even get back there. Unless we have a warp that takes us to Fountain. Because these settings are just... You cannot trust any of your regular logic for how to get into places in these settings.
Yeah, I kind of also would say... At the end of Devin's route, I do kind of feel like he's probably going to value Lake it at a point, because if you're going to do Skull Mask, we're going to be doing Skull Mask without Minuet or a Temple Time Warp. So,
Yeah, and
time
I mean...
of day is going to be an issue.
You know who you're commentating with. I like a Valley Lake play.
Yeah. I don't think Hollow checked what was in Composer's Great. Oh, well, you don't have ZL.
Nope.
I forgot. We started with...
It is interesting to get that early Eponas off of Sacred Forest Meadow. We could see an early GTG play if we can get, like... I mean, just to see what the entrance is.
Yeah. Actually, you know, if we really wanted to be crazy about this, like, so we can... I don't think the I'd have to look at the logic files. I don't think the Bombchus trick for the Bombchus setup for triggering the crystal switch in Child Spirit is in logic without a trick on, and I don't think that trick is on. So.
Well,
But we could buy Bombchus once we get the bomb bag and take care of. Ooh, hover boots. We'll probably need those.
yeah, I was about to say Bombchus are in logic for this seed.
40 is dead. And 50 is dead. Okay, so we're carrying about 20 skulls at max. Alright. And I think Devin's gonna go push for bomb bag. The that is a really good hover boots location though for Hollow. I don't know if it's going to be super advantageous because if Devin is going to do Skull Mask, you have to go all the way up top to go talk to the guy with the Keenan for the Keenan Mask, and you might as well do chickens at that point.
Yeah, but that is a great find for Hollow. You know, it's always the seeds where it's not one chicken that chickens has something.
Yeah. So Hollow's gonna go start doing ball switch checks. Hovers does means like he can get out of like when he goes adult he can play Bolero and then get out of Crater with that way as well. So
Yeah,
nice
and
for
that'll
him.
be nice for his routing.
Yeah. So yeah, let's see what Devin's gonna do because I can't think you put off doing. You have a bomb bag. You want a bomb bag before adult one. It's an annoying as hell bomb bag. Yeah, he's running right to Mass Chop.
Yeah, it's annoying, but it feels like you do this sooner rather than later. It's a bit of a time sink to route in, but having that bomb bag just gives you so much.
Yeah. Oh, I think he just remembered. Oh, hey, I never checked to see what our dungeon entrance in Crater was. So oh, wait, no. Sun Song. Okay. Yeah, we knew that. I forgot. Yeah, this is gonna kind of put just a recovery hard in the crate and the graveyard. This is gonna put Dompe digging in kind of an awkward spot, but I think you're just gonna have to live with that.
Yeah, it actually puts a lot of graveyard in an awkward spot. Obviously we haven't gotten ZL yet, so we can't really do pretty much anything in graveyard as child without some weird time of day routing.
Yeah.
So we're not gonna see any graveyard checks until we go adult and do Dampe racing.
Hollow had a bit of a smirk on his face, raised eyebrow, when he read the Skull Mask hint.
Yeah, and I have a feeling that this warp to graveyard is probably going to be him getting back to market to basically do the same thing DareDevin's doing and route in that Skull Mask.
Yeah, so let's see. Devin, are you going to do chickens? Devin's not going to do chickens. That's very bad for Devin.
Yep. All right.
All right,
we
15 minutes.
We have a race, y'all.
15 minutes in. Devin better hope there's the... We don't know if Shadow Temple is a stone or a medallion yet, but there better be a Kakariko or sometimes and for Devin.
Nefarian, hovers are on chickens today, and it's not even one chicken.
It's 7.
So it's going to be a while before Daredevin loops back to that unless he gets a hint.
Yeah. Legit, like that's 15 minutes into the race. That easily could actually be. That is potentially a skip 15 minutes into a race. I don't want to say it decides it. We have plenty of time left in this race.
Yeah, we're
Well,
gonna have to really see how things go because those hovers might not be only be useful for like Shadow Temple, but it could be useful if like we need to get something off of Volvagia. There's that logic, like you mentioned, with being able to get out of Crater because we don't have a hook shot yet. So there's a lot of things that can kind of be optimized with having those hover boots. I know that you can do like a check and Goron Maze if you have the hover boots. It makes some flips a little easier. So yeah, it could really impact things in HollowLogic's favor.
Child shooting on both sides is magic. That's nice.
And admittedly, the one advantage Daredevin has is Daredevin has that Furores, which HollowLogic has not gone to Lost Woods to get that yet, although we'll probably route it in whenever doing Skull Mask, hopefully.
I doubt it. He's not going to have the money.
Oh no, he's not going to have the money.
The guy is a scam artist.
Interesting.
All right, so let's see. We have not seen any path ends, so I'd be surprised if Devin isn't going to go check this, because I think he's going to try to set up Dompe time here. You got more than enough time with Nocturne. Deku Tree to Twinrova.
Deku Tree is Spirit Temple, so yes, it's to Twinrova, but also that means that we need something for Spirit in Spirit. Wait, no, it's not entrances.
Correct. It means.
Oh God, I hate this.
I really want to know what's the Crater dungeon now.
Yeah, hey y'all, go in the crater. Please go in the crater.
Hey, Bombchus bag.
Oh, that's useful.
Yeah. All right.
I kind of love that like abomination of Bombchus and Bomb Bag just smashed together.
Where are you gonna go, Devin? You just safe quit. Go turn to Skull Mask, and you just get the regular bomb bag too.
Yeah, you can tell that Daredevin was really considering what his best options are.
Yeah. He's gonna go get Night Skulls. Hey, he's got Bombchus, so he can get the skull in the tower. I have to. He's at 4 skulls. He's actually gonna have a decent clip here. 5 skulls. There's the Skull Mask pickup for Hollow, so he's gonna go get his actual bomb bag. So
Yeah,
you're definitely not. Sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I also missed earlier, not anything on 40 and 50, I'm guessing.
No, just pieces of heart on both.
Perfect. So 20 is the most that we'll wind up seeing today. Cool.
Yeah. Interesting that Devin's going up trail here. He did save a quid, but maybe he's gonna go check the Dodongo's cavern entrance, see what's on top of it. Let's see, Droopy. Of course, it's Shadow Temple, the cavern entrance.
Ooh, but that's gonna be good information for Hollow with those hovers.
Yeah. Kind of interested to see what Devin's going to. Oh, it looks like Devin is going to. Hollow is going to get his FW. So I was going to be a little bit happier.
Yeah, other than not having that Bombchus bag, which really sucks for Hollow, this routing's working out pretty well.
Yeah. Now, I'm just curious. Like, so is Devin going to run up and do Child GC here? No, he's going to run back into Kakariko. Okay, so this is actually really good. He's running back into Kak in daytime. I think this has to be for chickens. I don't know why you do this if you're not doing chickens. Not for chickens.
Not for chickens. Oh, getting this Redead Grotto.
You don't want to. I guess he.
No.
I guess he. No. Okay, so my guess is what.
River?
No, I don't know. Devin's gonna go back adult. He's gonna go adult. Is he doing river? This is gonna be a river. No.
Just faking us out.
Yeah. No, I was just like, I guess he was just burning time of day so I can get it back daytime so I can go back adult. Like he has the skull mask in his hand, so like when he wants to go get a bomb bag, he can just go turn that in when he's going through Wild Lost Woods again, maybe. In addition, Bombchus bowling, you need the Bombchus bag in Logic. You need a Bombchus bag for Bombchus bowling. You can't just have a regular bomb bag, so he is going to be able to do the checks.
Yeah, I'm actually really grateful that you know the Bombchus bag logic, because that is one setting that I am very unfamiliar with. I actually haven't seen it a lot in the races that I've commentated.
You can have a regular bomb bag for Bombchus bowling if we have Bombchus in Logic. So when Bombchus is in Logic, that turns on that the Bombchus bowling check is only available with Bombchus bag. It's a quirk to the Bombchus bag.
Interesting. Okay.
Now that I don't know that unless they've changed that flag a while ago, it's been like, as far as I know, that's how that flag works. Because I've tried to do Bombchus bowling without a Q bag before. Water Temple entrances, Gerudo Training Grounds. Oh boy, there we go.
Packpathable Bagia? Oh.
Left side of Goron City Maze is a purple rupee. Oh, they may have changed it. Cactival Vagia. All right, Devin. Well, you're gonna have to pray, Devin. You only have like 3 more checks in Cac before Skulls, but that should be telling Devin that hover boots are hammers in Kakariko.
Wouldn't it be horrible if the hammer was also in Kakariko?
Yes, it would. That would be the worst possible case.
Or if there was anything else useful in Kakariko, because Daredevin might just chase that down instead of doing chickens.
We don't know.
Why wouldn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, we don't know if the hovers are needed or not. We don't know all of our medallions. I'm sure we'll know in a second if Devin's there. And we'll probably find out that Shadow Temple's a medallion.
Deku? Spirit. Okay. Shadow.
Okay, we need hovers.
Fire. And Dodongos.
Alright. Oh no, Hollow missed it. Oh no, Hollow!
Hollow, no! Hollow.
Well, somebody's doing Valley Lake.
Come on, Hollow, just do it. Just do it. To do it for the memes.
It's not going to be for the memes. He just has to do it, period. He doesn't have a choice.
Sometimes the memes come to you instead of you going to the memes.
Yeah, he needs to burn his time a day now, and unfortunately this is going to be his only way in. Serenade is a warp to field. Will this be good or bad? That's really nice.
Ooh, okay, that's great. Also, whoever's tracking for Hollow, if you can mark the bomb bag, please. Okay, thanks.
Yeah. So that's actually really nice because that means we basically have prelude. Still a little time of day sensitive, but we're right next to the CAC. Oh hey, it's Deku Tree.
Oh, hey, guess what you should have just done as a kid? It's fine. It's fine. They can still do it as adult, but
Yeah. Yeah. Devin's got a bow. So we can do some snazzy bow tricks here and finish this regardless. Yeah. So I'm thinking here is path to
Twinrova.
Yeah. We've got a Deku Shield. Like, we still technically need a slingshot or fire arrows or pins to logically beat this.
Yep,
It'd be hilarious if one of the two was in here.
that would be great. So we are getting new checks from both of our runners. We are going to find something important, maybe even in this chest. Nope.
No.
That's like the least important thing we could have found. And meanwhile, Hollow's hopefully gonna find something interesting in Valley.
Looks like it's a huge rupee on the crate. It's not too bad.
Okay. Maybe waterfall.
Doesn't look like it.
Oh,
good.
Central pillar, boss key, and water. Well, water's a stone today, so haha. Hopefully we don't need that.
Yeah. All right, so we're down to 2 checks in Deku Tree now. Our path to Twinrova. Hollow is forced to pick up a shield. You know, that's not bad, actually. Especially if you have Dungeon ER on and you have the possibility of doing adult Deku. You need... So, there is a fun... Oh, good. Queen Goma has our progression.
Excitement.
Well, it means it can't be a slingshot and it can't be fire magic.
I bet it's
Can't
just going to be a
magic, fire magic.
strength.
So, it's probably going to be a strength of the mirror field.
Cactus Path to Bongo Bongo. There are 2 items.
All right. That's...
Oh no.
Well, that could mean the hammers and CAC, but that also could be the hover boots and CAC for the path to bomb.
But we also had CAC being Path to Volvagia.
Yeah, no. Devin needs to find a copy of that in.
Yeah, because it's like, is Devin gonna want to go to like Hylia if nothing's pointing him there, especially with the water being a stone today?
Well, GTG's and Water Temple entrance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right, entrances.
Yeah, well, we got plenty more hintstones to find. We haven't done the maze. So let's take a look and see what our item from Queen Goma is. So this has got to be our path to Twinrova. That's a strength. Yeah.
There we go. Yep, so we're halfway to being able to start working on Spirit as adult.
Yeah. Ooh, Rudo's letter on child fishing.
That gives us access to both the Jabu entrance and the ice entrance.
Well, once we get ZL, that is.
Once we get ZL or a scale. Scale would get us
Yeah.
the Jabu entrance at least.
Yeah. We'll take a look and see what's over sitting here in the graveyard. These are some strong paths.
Yeah, these are very strong paths, and also this is really nice for Hollow. I think that this routing is actually going to work out for him, being able to like loop back here, get this Bombchus bag, then be able to go to market.
Yeah.
Yeah, being able to pick up that Rudos, depending on where the items fall and where the entrances fall, might wind up being a boon for Hollow in addition to having those hovers.
Yeah. Now we know that for those of us joining us, we do have dungeon entrance randomizer around. Obviously, you might have just seen Deku Tree Fire Temple entrance, but we know that Shadow Temple is bottom of the well. Or sorry, bottom of the well is in Shadow Temple. The other way around.
Shadow Temple is inside of Dodongo's cavern today, which is also super accessible to Hollow. Extra accessible because he has those hovers, so he can. Wait, can he get across the first gap with hovers?
Yeah, no hovers.
Yeah.
He can get all the way through Shadow Temple up until. At this point, the only thing that could be path to Bongo for him would either be a buckshot or dins. Because you need dins in order to light the wooden walls in the back on fire.
Well, Netherian, Jabu could also be out at Spirit, which is the worst possible option.
Yeah. Spirit Temple entrance is at Deku Tree, so we know that time of day still isn't working out for Hollow, so he's going to go check out River.
Yes. Oh, it's always a confusing time talking about entrances, isn't it, chat?
Yeah. So we'll Devin's got 4 more checks he can do in pack right now. That's not going to be path to Bongo. Or path to...
Yeah, it's also really nice seeing Hollow going upriver. This is going to be a little bit more information Hollow gets. And really, that's the advantage that Hollow has right now is those hovers and the extra info that he's getting.
Yeah. I believe that's Nehru's Love on the Lower River Heart piece. I have to imagine Devin might go upriver after this. We'll see. He's going to be kind of like backing out of Kakariko.
Yeah, he doesn't have a lot to work with.
Yeah. Okay, there's our hook shot, so that's our Shadow Temple path. Or that could be path to Shadow Temple or Villagia. We don't know yet.
And right now, because Devin doesn't have the Bongo hit, Devin thinks that's for Villagia.
Yeah. What's the upper river heart? No. Guessing it's nothing.
Come on, Hollow. Yes! I like this play from Hollow.
Yeah. Yeah, his time of day is all food board. That falling on the drawbridge kind of posed him on the advert cards.
But
so
he's adapting really, really well to it.
Yeah. So Devin's going to go check roof. He'll check the open grotto and then check our windmill song. Asshole Foolish. Okay, we don't have the L, so that actually isn't... It's not great, but it's not the worst.
Yeah, it does mean that you don't have to worry about an age change.
Ooh.
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay, so here's what we want. We want a third Volvagia path to show up. Now.
Yes. So chat, let me just tell you what just happened. We have gotten 2 paths in Kakariko, one to Volvagia, one to Bongo. But we have now seen 3 items in CAC. We know that the hover boots are there, which are going to be hard required for Shadow. We have found the hook shot, and we just found the hammer. Unfortunately, Devin only has the CAC to Volvagia hint, so he's going to assume, oh, the hammer to Volvagia. That makes sense. When he sees the bongo hint, he might think, oh, I already got the hookshot there. That's part of the path. Not realizing that he has to go back child and do chickens to get those fucking hover boots.
Yeah.
That's the nastiness we are dealing with this morning.
Yeah. Thankfully, our song was ZL, so that's not pathable. So that's one thing, at least for him, that he doesn't have to consider. Now, with the way our dungeons have shaped out, though, like Dodongo's Cavern and DC and both Deku Tree can end up with no paths. So it is possible that we only have 3 hintable dungeons today.
Yeah. So we might see duplicates of hints?
Yeah. We have a bomb bag on Skull Mask, so we had an always hinted bomb bag, so anything for Dodongo's Cavern is only just going to be for the entrance. And DC, we started with the song to get into DC, to get into Deku Tree, and all we really needed was that Saria song over at the Saria song in Composer's Grave. So I think Devin's just gonna create a looped and go check Forest Temple entrance.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be interested to see how this seed shakes out. We are still really early. There's a lot of time for like Daredevin to get locked out and like have to go back and do chickens. But this is looking like a nasty seed.
Yeah, there's a lot of like we have vanilla Jabu. Not what Hollow wanted, especially as a Triforce Wits player.
Yeah. Yep, and it's nice that Hollow has the Furores can just drop that and get the hell out of here.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there's our first slingshot. So that kind of, and now all we really need is like Dins or Fire Magic, and that kind of means that there's no possible path. That's Iron Boots, I think. It's not the worst.
Yeah, I think that if you can get Fire Magic, I would be in Child Spirit in a heartbeat. Because like you said earlier, being able to climb to the top, jump down, get the Requiem song check, and check the Colossus entrance would be huge.
Yeah, so there's actually we had a Spirit Temple to Twin Rova, so we have a double pass Twin Rova.
We do.
So we definitely lost the path. DC or Deku Tree has lost its path, and we don't know which yet. Take a look. I think Devin's trying to farm up some Bombchus. He's got a decent bit of cash, and it's not for health. Yeah, Dompe Digging had the Chi bag. Skull Mask has the bomb bag.
Yeah, it's kind of nice that we've had so many early bombs, although it sucks that Daredevin didn't go get that bomb bag.
Well, he's gonna find refillable bounties. It's not the worst thing in the world. That was Jabu Foolish, by the way, in the crater wall. So, Hollow's instincts to get the heck out of Dodge were completely correct.
Yeah, that was a good move. He would have only been able to get one check anyway.
Yeah.
And Hollow, at 40 minutes, finally gets to go adult.
Yeah. He's got a big advantage here. Oh, more Bombchus.
More Bombchus.
Yeah. Oh, and it's like 20. There's a 30 dupe. I have to imagine Devin's going to start playing for hints. I don't think he only has like 2 hints. He has 3 paths right now, and one of them is taken care of. Shadow Temple, Spirit Temple to Twin Rova, though, is probably going to be for Mirror Shield.
At this point, yes, unless there's some weirdness with strengths locking strength this seed.
I mean, it can't be strength locking strength, but yeah. It'd have to be like a strength on the child side. Hollow's gonna.
I also like this Goron City check from Daredevin. It allowed him to get that 10th skull, so he's going to be able to like go down, check 10 skulls, and he can do the entirety of the Goron maze.
Yeah. Here's our Skullmass dupe.
If only that was the Cactabongo hint.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I have to imagine with Iron Bridge, you're going to go out and check Water Temple sooner or later. The Water Temple entrance, even if we know it's GTG. Like, GTG is still a really good play.
Yeah, with the bow, you can do and the hook shot. I forgot that Daredevin had the hook shot. But yeah, Devin can do almost all of it.
Yeah. He doesn't have Song of Time, and he doesn't have Strength too, so that's only like 5 checks out of logic for him. Out of reach for him.
Oh, look at all these items Daredevin suddenly has. Shout out to our trackers. I love all of you.
Yeah. Well, Devin now knows that it's GTG's in Water Temple entrance. It's like, well, let's take a look and see what's in our entrance today for Forest Temple.
Yeah, I like checking the Forest Temple with having Saria's and that hook. Daredevin might be thinking about that Path of Volvagia, even though he got the hammer, might be wondering, oh, is it like fire in the forest entrance? Which it could very well be.
Yeah, this could be fire. This could be Dodongos, I think. The one thing we don't want to see is Vanilla Forest. He does have he has a strength bow and bombs. He can beat it. Though he also knows Job is foolish, so I don't know how much you want to like start working on OOT as a check without knowing what it is. Because it's like OT's value right now is basically like storms.
Okay, I'm catching up on chat. I saw Hollow leave Deku. Did Hollow really scum away his bow earlier?
What? Okay, that's a play.
That's sure a choice.
It's a bow. It's in Mino's. You started child with a bow in Mino's house. Maybe he didn't intend to do it.
Yeah, it's very possible that that was an unintentional bow scum.
Well, at least he can go back. Okay, that's storms. So essentially, like, OOT at this point can only be like Song of Time. So OOT's probably dead.
Yeah, I peeked for a second at a Hollow stream, and yeah, it sounds like he forgot that he scummed it
Oh boy.
and did not mean to. So, whoops.
Yeah. All right, so it's Vanilla Forest Temple entrance. I can't imagine you'd want to do much more than the courtyard with Stone Forest. Like-
Yeah, get the skulls, do the quick checks, and then get out. I'm not even sure if you would set furores here, because I would want to save furores for doing a GTG step.
I honestly would probably say, actually, just set FW in here right now. You can change it later. You don't have a better spot. You don't have a better spot for it. Like right now. He's pushing skulls, so this makes a lot of sense. But
Also, chat, no blaming Tobias on the HollowLogic. As mentioned earlier, Hollow's had some electrical and internet issues, so we are going to get a couple of slideshows from Hollow today.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, like... Okay, let's see what this is. Like, if this is Train 2, you're just leaving.
Okay. Cool.
You gotta do Forest Temple at least a little bit today.
Okay. Sure. Fine. It would be so funny if there is nothing else in here.
Yeah.
You know I have a terrible sense of humor, Tobias. You've heard me cursing runners for the last 3 years. 2 years, however long I've been commentating. Time is fake.
Yeah. For the purposes of the bingo, I was looking at my bingo card and I had runner performs B1 skip and Deku tree. Like, it's not a traditional B1 skip, but you're tall.
Yeah. It hasn't been 4 years, Kawari, because I think I started volunteering at the end of 2020, and I don't think I started commentating until spring 2021. Over on ZSR. And now I'm here. And that is Goma down for Hollow. Hollow's going to get that strength.
Yep. Loosely did a little glitchy, which... Yeah, it turns out if you hookshot through water and take off the iron, good things happen. Another major item in Forest Temple. Hey, it's a bottle. I would honestly probably save quit. You got storms, go check Kokiri's storms and Trail storms, and then maybe drop in the shadow and find your hover boots that totally aren't on chickens on dead hand, if Hidella.
Oh, God. Yeah, DareDevin does have a hook.
Yeah, I mean, he's got 2 checks in logic in shadow. Hollow needs to go take his bow and get the hook shot off of adult shooting.
What's Hollow's next play?
Well, Hollow hasn't done CAC. So I have to imagine it's CAC.
Right,
Adult
Hollow
CAC.
hasn't done adult CAC because Hollow just went adult 10 minutes ago, right?
Yeah. Devin,
Devin.
you have score. Songs are hard.
Oh, there's the Cactabongo.
There's Cactabongo, so he now knows there's at least 2 items of Kakariko he wants. Unfortunately, both a hookshot and a hammer can satisfy that.
Yep.
What he needs is a third Cactavolvagia.
Yeah, anything that says, "Hey, go back and do chickens," and even before then, like, has Daredevin made it back to check skulls? Like,
No,
what if there's just something else on skulls?
No. Looks like he's gonna go do Adult Lake though, or at least Adult River. I don't think we saw the lore hint here from Hollow.
Gerudo Valley Path.
Valley.
Oh. Valley! It's Hammer
Okay.
Rocks.
Yeah, that's Hammer Rocks. Oh, Big Iron Sword.
Is that our third path to Twin Rova? Because
Yeah.
that was Rova Deku to Rova, Cacta Rova, and now Valley to Rova?
No, it's Deku to Rova, Spirit to Rova, and Valley to Rova. Yeah, no, we're
Okay.
triple path. We're triple path to Rova. It's probably going to be Strength 2, and at this point, the way you can probably read the logic is it's going to be Strength 2 and Valley Hammer Rocks, and then it'll be, yeah. The unfortunate thing for Devin here is, he's waiting until nightfall just to go get the Ice Waterfall Skull. But like the unfortunate thing for Devin here is like, he's not going to get a hint for the for chickens unless it's a sometimes hint. Long shot could be one of those two. That is true.
Yeah, long shot would actually be a really interesting path. So would a fire source.
Yeah, I mean, we had Eponas early. The hammer wasn't deep either. So, like, getting a fire source, that would explain why we have no no paths to Deku. Alternatively, there's just another slingshot out there somewhere. Either one works. This is Hollow going into... This is interesting. Well, I guess... This is Hollow doing... I guess... Yeah, Hollow knows that Kakariko's path to Bongo, and he has all the roots from Kakariko, so he's not surprised.
Yeah, I don't think this is a bad play from Hollow. Also, Daredevin got the copy of the Cactabongo. It was in the Storm's Grotto in Kokiri Forest.
Yeah. Actually, it'll be really interesting if it is a hook shot across. That's I think a Decadent upgrade.
No, pick it up, pick it up. I need that for my bingo.
You're already down there. But if it was a hook shot in Valley would actually be really, really good for Devin. Because that would clue him in, and that has to be hovers for. It has to be hovers for in Kakariko.
Yeah.
OOT's minuet, yeah. So it's a warp song. Where it's going to warp us probably doesn't matter. We've already done Deku.
Yeah,
we know where Jabu is.
The only thing it could matter for is the Spirit Temple entrance, right?
Yeah, but we know where Deku, Well, and Jabu are, so anything that's at Spirit Temples can be completed as an adult. So, yeah, it's completely dead.
Well, that's great news for our runners.
In fact, it's probably going to end up being like so it'll be interesting. Like we don't. This can't be Dodongo's Cavern. So it has to be Dodongo's Cavern. Has to be. If I really wanted to cook, I'm going to say Dodongo's Cavern's at the Greater Training Grounds entrance. Yeah.
And Fire Temple is out at ice. This is interesting because Devin hasn't gotten Rudo, so Devin doesn't logically know yet how to get here.
Yeah, Devin doesn't have Rudos. Devin doesn't care if he doesn't have Rudos. Well, he doesn't know that he won't care if he has Rudos or not. But he doesn't need Rudos. Rudos is optional this seed.
Yeah, extra optional with Jabu being absolutely nothing.
Yeah, Jaba's foolish. It's a stone. It's a warp song, and it's a warp song not to one of the 2 locations that are required. So, you got no real reason to care about this. And Hollow's hoping that he's going to find a hook shot in here before he gets to Wind Tunnel, but he's not. Probably not. Yeah. So right now, the entrance to Dodongo's Cavern is actually going to be the really interesting thing, because it's either going to be PTG or it's got to be Spirit Temple. And
I think at this point, Dodongo's... I'm willing to bet that it's in GTG.
yeah, no, that would feel right, and that just means that both hook shots aren't logically available to each other now. If Devin's paying careful enough attention to the logic, he should know that means hook shot. His hook shot can't be passed to Bongo. If you can, like, I'm just saying this, like, as somebody who's doing commentary and is able to, like, think of this logical quirk of having 3 paths to Twin Rova. And what that entails. But, like, as somebody who's running into seed, like, you might not be thinking of that.
Yeah, it's... this is a little bit of messy logic for our runners to suss out, but as mentioned, these are very experienced runners. Both of them have done over 200 seeds. You know, they picked these settings, so...
Yeah.
Although, Hollow did choose the meaner settings because Dungeon ER and Random Warp Songs are both Hollow's fault.
Yeah. We'll see how far Devin wants to go in Fire Temple here. Early boss key, you usually like to bail. We don't know if it's hovers locked. It could just be it could just be like Song of Time locked, but
yeah. Also, hi, welcome in, Sir NyQuil. Daredevin took the first match, so Hollow needs to win this one to force a game 3. And with hovers on chickens that Daredevin hasn't gotten yet, could happen.
Yeah, here's Hollow gonna set FW down here over in the spike room. He'll save point out, and then he'll find his hook shot in a little bit, and then come back in, and then I didn't see if he found the boss key or not. He still needs another 3 small keys.
He did get boss key according to chat.
Okay, so there's kind of like a 1 in... He's got a good shot of being not needing dins, but there's still a chance he needs dins. So I don't know if I mentioned this, and I saw Drew saying something about long shot and fire dins. I don't know if I had mentioned this, but the Shadow Temple entrance is bottom of the well, so our DC entrances are kind of limited into like 2 spots. And happy 1 hour, everybody, by the way.
Yeah, happy 1 hour. Just really quick shout out before DareDevin finishes Volvagia. Shout out to both DareDevin and HollowLogic for agreeing to be restreamed. Hollow's had a rough time with his streams last couple of weeks. I'm like just very grateful that he's willing to let us like restream this lovely slideshow. Shout out to our trackers, Benji, Tobias, and Baseball. You all are wonderful. And Baseball, I hope you get to be in Comms booth next time. Everyone tell Baseball to drink tea and feel better. Shout out to my co-commentator, Toffile, for being here with me today. And shout out to our restreamer, Tobias, pulling double duty. We appreciate it.
Yeah. Don't do what our other tracker Benji says and drink beer. Not with a cold.
No. You should drink a hot toddy.
Yeah.
That is the correct answer, as my German grandmother told me.
Yeah, Devin is... What's worse is, like, I'm so used to just, like, kind of doing, like, the strat where you just kind of, like, fall in the lava, pull yourself up immediately against the wall, and then turn around and jump.
Yeah, I think there needs to be a roll in there. Because DareDevin's too far back.
Yeah. By the way, I'm pretty sure Hollow has beaten Queen Goma. We may not have gotten exact video proof of it, but...
I think we actually did get video proof of that one. I think we at least had the slide of Goma going down in flames.
Yeah. I know he got the strength, so... There we go.
And there's that hook.
Yeah. Yeah, basically purple. That's kind of the setup I use for this Volve. Just jump out of the lava, neutral, hold down. Yeah. It works surprisingly well. And Hollow's gonna head back into Shadow Temple. We'll see how far he's able to get this time. He did get CL.
Did Devin pick up a fairy for this fight? Because I'm a little nervous with that timer.
He had an empty bottle.
Never mind. Doesn't need it. Devin's
Yeah.
a Pullet Pro.
He also has a whole ton of Bombchus, which helps matters. Oh, you have hover boots. Ball's a key, so very likely, yeah, we're pretty much guaranteed to be hovers locked in here.
All right, so that's DareDevin halfway done with what he needs.
Yeah, He's warping the field, so I have to imagine. He's got a horse. He's got an empty bottle. He's got a bow. So probably field and wait, no, he knows Big Pose is dead. So this is probably just going to be field checks.
Yeah, field checks on his way out to check the GTG entrance. Additionally, in chat, I see someone's asking who's in the lead. Question mark? Devin has more done, but Devin is missing the hover boots on chickens in Kakariko Village. And there's some weirdness with our path logic that means Devin might not realize that he needs to go back for that because we have 2 path items in Kakariko Village already, the hookshot and the hammer.
Yeah. Really, what Devin needs to do is like find the other hookshot immediately. We know that the other hookshot is almost certainly available, given the fact that we don't have a path to Dodongo's Cavern, which means that we should be able to get across the Gerudo Valley bridge, the bridge, with either Longshot or Eponus. Eponus was Sarius Longcheck, it was 0-0. Our first hookshot was on archery game. So there should be another hookshot just kind of chilling out here that isn't blocked by Eponus.
Yeah, and we know that Valley is going to also be Path to Twin Rova. We have gotten 3 different Path to Twin Rova hints.
Oh, good.
So we will see what's there in Hammer Rocks, because that's kind of all it can be at this point.
Yeah, Devin hasn't seen the other 2, but it was just a gold rupee and a Hylian shield in the waterfall, which is really nice for Hollow, because Hollow hadn't yet gotten around to getting a shield. I know he doesn't like getting a shield, but I don't Deku kind of forces you to have a shield, because it's the only time where you can be logically required to have a Hylian shield. Big Bo's also dead.
Additionally, Koari, we don't know if we need to cross. We haven't found DC, though, and it's going to be either in GTG or Colossus at this point.
If Dins isn't required for Shadow Temple, then we're basically straight to, or here for No Loud. Yeah. We also have 2 paths for Twin Rova. 1 Spirit that are unfulfilled, 1 Spirit Temple, and 1 Valley. So.
Yeah. Additionally, Benji, we don't know what the key logic is in Spirit yet. Literally, neither of our runners have touched Spirit.
They ran in about 2 minutes into the seed and then immediately ran out because they couldn't do anything. And haven't really gone back because why would you?
Yeah.
So whatever's here behind Valley Hammer Rocks, this is not going to be long shot. This is either going to be potentially strength 2 or Meteor Shield. I guess there is technically the possibility that you could cross through GTG and drop down into Dodongo's Cavern that way. That is true. I don't know if that's going to work out.
Yeah, it's just a matter of
Laptop is hinted dead. There's got to be something on the that has to point. That can only point to one thing. That's the letter spot. Interesting. Irons are available. Yeah, so irons were available. Lap dive was hinted dead. So a scale only point. Bombs were 0-0. CL was 0-0. So realistically, like the only thing that Bombchus can point at is there's Central Pillar as a boss key. Yeah, Devin's gonna have to do a think on this. Devin will now know that he has to go child and he has to go to Lake as child. There's only one thing that a scale can point at.
Yeah. That's,
We know that Hollow did Child Lake.
Wait,
but
is a scale required for toilet, or is it just irons?
No, just iron. You have to have iron.
Okay.
Devin remembers he has a fairy in time before he has to start the death ward. Skull Mask isn't free, but I mean, for the purposes of, you're probably better off just drowning.
Please drown. I also need that for my bingo board.
I was getting some good double taps here by the Octoroks. I didn't see what was in the other room, but it looks like Devin's Hollow's going to be able to get through his Shadow Temple regardless.
Yeah, here comes a bongo fight on Hollow side.
That's...
Yeah, so I guess Daredevin goes, checks GTG entrance, maybe makes it... Can Daredevin get out to Colossus?
It kind of depends what he wants to do. I think this is going to depend if this is Water Temple or if this is Dongo's Cavern.
I love how he has to run right up to the guard in order to get arrested. She's like, I was going to let you go, but...
I mean, if this is DC, I don't think you want... I think you just look like a small chest up on the roof. That's Bongo down for Hollow. I mean, realistically, like, we're almost done solving this seed.
Yeah, there's just a couple more question marks to kind of figure out. What might get Devin back some time is the fact that Hollow's not going to touch Forest if he doesn't have to, which means Hollow is probably going to climb and get the hint for those light arrows. Devin's not going to have to, which is going to earn Devin back a little bit of time.
It's only a few minutes. The Stalfos check is the second check you're going to be doing in Forest Temple, probably.
That's fair.
Oh. So, I'm going to go take a look at Hollow's VOD. This stream's been choppy, so it's been hard to catch some details at times. But he has done Childlike, so he should have looked at the letter spot at 8 point.
I'm not sure he did look at dive spot though whenever he was heading over to do fishing. Yeah, chat's pretty sure that he didn't peek the letter spot, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, so we won't know exactly what it was. Yeah, I can't see it. It's just barely in the corner. And I'm not even sure if it's... You can see it or it's one of the rupees next to it.
Good job, Daredevin.
Yeah. So where was the cactus, the Valley to Rova was River Upper. I think that's the one that Hollow skipped. So, Hollow doesn't know that scale is path. There's a path scale potentially. Yeah. So this is Dongo's Cavern.
All right, time to go do Dodongos.
I mean, Hollow skipped it because he was. If he has to go back as an adult, which he was likely going to have to do, I can get it then. But yeah, he has skipped it. Did Devin skip the?
Yeah, so Hollow's getting that scale, not going to know it's important yet. But
Yeah.
But with those hovers, Hollow, after doing DC, might go all the way out to Colossus.
Yeah. Like right now, like Devin's one best bet is realizing that somehow I don't have a path to Dodongo's Cavern. I have to have long shots somewhere. But though, like for all he knows, he could have gotten like a path hook shot in. With Forest Temple and potentially Fire Temple being available, you could have had a path hook shot. And long shot is hook shot locked. Alright. Well, that kind of kills any of our potential Deku paths, because that slingshot ain't slingshot locked.
Yeah. Yeah, give me a second and I will actually update that next. Because next match is actually going to be Jackstronomy versus Sadie, which I am going to attempt to get a restream together for tomorrow.
Nice.
Yeah, I am very, very excited.
I hadn't seen that on the schedule yet.
I just found out about it this morning, so about 2 hours ago.
Ah, good.
It'll be at noon Pacific. I don't know what time that is for everyone else.
3 p.m. Eastern. And then...
I haven't gotten it on the volunteer sheet. I literally was seeing if any other restreamers could do it. But I promise I will ping you all in the channel about it as soon as this race is over.
I think Devin skipped the hint. And Hollow's stream froze on the hint that was at the yeah. Dongo's Cavern is in the Grota Train Ground entrance.
Thank you, Tobias.
Thank you.
Yeah, so if you want to volunteer, it is on the sheet now. Because I would love to make that match happen, because it's gonna be a good one.
Yeah.
Where was the fire temple again?
Ice Cavern.
Ah.
Yeah, so Hollow could spend some time in Fire Temple if he really, really wants to. Devin, I feel like, is going to be going back child very shortly. No! Devin falls into the trap of the training. Okay, this makes sense. Gonna set FW here halfway between Water Temple and Spirit Temple. I don't think you really want to cross because it's going to just be Water Temple, and right now, you know OT is dead. Water Temple's 4 checks, and you kind of probably want to chase the scale and maybe crew to Training Grounds a little harder.
Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Yeah, we know we're probably not going to find anything in Gerudo Training Ground, unfortunately. I kind of imagine both the runners are going to check it, though.
Is this a Water Temple entrance play from Daredevin?
Oh yeah, it's 100%. He can't do anything else in here. Oh no, well, he decided against it. Interesting.
Yeah, Daredevin's probably just really racking his brains where it's like, okay, what is my next best?
He probably went in his head and then realized, wait a second, I can't do anything I can't do the adult league checks now because I don't have Scarecrow. I don't have Beans.
Ooh, that's a good point.
This is just going to be for the GTG entrance. I also know where I can also possibly do this with Strength 2, because Strength 2 is either in Spirit Temple or on Lab Dive. There's the possibility that we have Dins sitting in one of those spots, but we'll see. It looks like Devin's going to make the Spirit play first. Really, Devin needs to find a hookshot that isn't hookshot. It exists. It may exist
somewhere.
We're not guaranteed for it to exist, but there has to be another hookshot out there on this side of the world.
You mean it's not locked in Majora's Mask? This isn't a combo rando?
No, unfortunately. Ocarina does not exist. It's a figment of our imaginations, and why we continue to call people like names like Andrew or Grog baffles and amazes everyone.
Yeah, honestly, I forget that Andrew doesn't... Wait.
No, Andrew doesn't actually have a name.
Yeah, I actually forget that Andrew doesn't have a name in Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, she's just she's Kaku Lady or Carpenter's daughter. Like, the Carpenters get names. The Poe sisters get names. The lady you have to do start a trading quest from and collect a whole bunch of chickens for does not have a name. It looks like we just have we are like key locked out on keys, maybe. That's a not what you wanted to see, Devin. Not what you wanted to see.
You can hear the wheels turning in Daredevin's brain, the hamster running as fast as it can.
Okay, and now he's like, okay, I've got to go check Lab Dive, Lake Dive. He's like, please let there be another wallet somewhere. Please. Please.
Yeah, because we haven't seen a single wallet yet.
No. That also means that he's left his Strength 2 behind an upper Fire Temple, if not. He'll probably route to Lake through Domain. Not happy about that. That's not an item you want to see where you could have left FW in Fire Temple. Hollow's going to continue out for till Water Temple. We'll have to see what the song here is. It's probably like we know. For those wondering, we know where Sun Song is, and I have to imagine Hollow's gotten Saria's song because that was Crater. No, Saria's song was Composer's Grave. Totally believable that Hollow doesn't have it.
Yeah, because Hollow I don't think has looped back to a graveyard.
No, he walked down from Trail. This might be do a little child cleanup for Devin if he doesn't do. Yeah, FZL Saria song Bombchus. Yeah, might want to go get your actual bomb bag. Who knows? No, we're just going straight for domain. I'm not going to check the draw with Core City.
Yeah, Daredevin knows that something's weird. He's just not 100% sure what yet.
Yeah. And Hollow's crossing the wasteland now.
Oh, so sad to cross wasteland without fire.
For all we know, Fire Magic's just like sitting in Light Trial today. And we'll never see it.
Yeah, that could very well happen today.
Okay, Devin's not even going to bother checking domain. He's just... I know if he found the hint for Found and Foolish. I think he just wants... Maybe he just wants to see what the heck said Lab Dive. Oh god, it's Fire Arrows.
Oh!
Okay, so... Fire Arrows locks Dins.
Dins on Wasteland. Dins on Wasteland.
You know what would be really good, Devin? Just go ahead and... Oh, it's Ice Cavern. Spirit. Where's water? Oh! That's...
Okay.
Ugly.
Daredevin is gonna get that Rudo's letter.
Yeah, this will be Rudo's for Devin. Ice Cavern at Spirit Temple for Song of Time at Colossus.
Okay.
That just means there's a war song in Ice Cavern. It's...
Yeah, and Hollow is not interested in that.
No, I think he's gonna go... Probably take a look and see what's at Forest Temple. He doesn't have Saria's song, so I'm actually kind of surprised that he didn't go in, but... And Devin doesn't...
Yeah, you go first, because I'm still percolating.
I'm surprised Devin's grabbed the letter. I guess I'm surprised Devin's grabbing the letter right now to go hand it in and check the entrance. He should know that this has to be Jabu.
Maybe he's wondering if there's some weirdness with needing to unthaw King Zora. Do you have to hand in Rudo's letter before unfreezing him to get the item?
No, you only have to hand the item in to move him over. You can because like in vanilla you don't have to do that. Well, I mean in vanilla he's already moved because you already gave him the letter 7 years in the past. But it's going to be interesting. So it's fire arrows, and strength 2 might be in upper. This is a really nasty Spirit Temple path because we still have Spirit Temple path. It could be for the Goron Tunic, in which case Devin hates life, and he's probably turning in letter right now just to make it so when he gets over there again, he's fine. He can walk in and not have to KZ skip. Or it's fire arrows for potentially Spirit Key logic. We didn't see any small keys, so it's very likely one of the keys of fire locked.
Yeah, and at this point, that's kind of what I'm feeling is all it's gonna be.
Yeah.
It's surprising how nasty this Spirit Temple logic is, with Spirit Temple having literally 3 hints dedicated to it.
Yeah. Okay. Hopefully Devin's just like, I'm getting out of here. I don't care about this. Because like he should recognize that like the only dungeon he hasn't seen that can be Joppa is Joppa, and he knows it's foolish, and he knows OoT's dead.
Yeah, and again, you can hear that wheel creaking. Because at this point, Devin knows that he's missed something.
I mean, he's not missing something. The problem is that his locations for... I mean, he has missed something, but he doesn't know that he's missed something. It's just everything else that he can do sucks.
Yes.
And now he has to figure out what sucks the least. I think this is going to be Child Goron City.
Yeah. With Child Goron City, he can route back in CAC. Do you think there's any way that he's considering like 20 skulls at this point, and that might get him back to chickens?
I think he's going to at least do Goron City into Kakariko and then probably check at least 10 skulls. He should have the right time of day.
Do we know what's in bottom of the well?
Bottom of the well has to be Water Temple.
Okay.
So he can also go open up Water Temple entrance. The Water Temple. To look at, I don't know how much you want to do a Water Temple, like stone water. But, like, at the same time, it's not a lie to say that stone water's one of his denser plays. All's got in his light arrows at the very least. Actually, no, he hasn't. He hasn't done Stealthers. Okay, there you go.
Hey, where's Velvet?
There we go. Okay, that's probably going to help Devin out a bit. If he just thinks for a second. Hey, wait a second. Where's my second path item in Kakariko Village?
Yeah, come on. I mean,
Because, like,
horrifically, Daredevin could think maybe it's something on Morpha?
No. Like, at worst, he could think it's on Morpha, but if he's in Morpha, he's going to go to Kakariko. If he's going to Kakariko from the north, this is his last time to do chickens and have it not feel horrible. It'll feel bad, but it won't feel horrific, like last occasion. But that's like, okay, well, I got two things out of Kakariko Village for 2 paths, but one of them is now completely not possibly path. Unless it's like Longshot locks Dins, but I don't think you're going to bet on that. You know, Dins has to be fire arrows locked somehow.
That was a good setup for the Goron pot.
Yeah. Yeah. Our second hook shot was on Hot Router.
Hey, chat, can you confirm if Hollow left before getting lights? Okay, that's...
It's not on his personal tracker. I guess Hollow just... God damn it, Hollow. Oh, he's good. Okay, we're gonna bug our way to 60, 20. Perfect.
Yeah, DareDevin's really thinking, okay, there is something else in CAC, but he's thinking skulls and not necessarily chickens.
Yeah. And Devin... Well, Devin, you've got the skull mask. Go get your actual frickin' bomb bag.
Yeah, you're right here.
You can ground jump, buddy. 17 skulls for...
Yeah, so
17...
DareDevin's not far from 20 skulls.
Yeah. Yeah, and Hollow just read the hint that tells him that there's a third Rova path. And he's starting to go through, like, the hamsters are now cranking on his webcam. Because he's like, wait a second, how do I have 3 Volve paths? That means I've lost Deku and DC. And I think he was expecting one and not both.
Yeah, the hamsters are working overtime, folks.
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately for him, he also knows that he only got a skill. He'll have to remember that he got a skill from there. With 2 of the skill locations dead. And only 1 available.
You know, one thing makes me a little bit nervous is DareDevin gonna be back in CAC at night? Can you do chickens at night?
No, he's gonna have to get some time of day here. He's leaving. He's gonna go do something to try to burn some time of day, I think. I don't know what.
Yeah, he does have to get 1 more skull.
There's the Bean Patch and Cemetery. Yeah, fortunately, he's gonna have to lose a couple minutes here somehow, and he did. Yeah, because he now knows he has to commit to chickens. Did not want to do chickens, but he'll have to commit to chickens.
Yeah, and that's good news for DareDevin realizing, oh hey, chickens are what's stopping me from doing Shadow.
Yeah, he doesn't know that, but he probably is feeling that. Because he's probably thinking that Din's it's either going to be Din's or Hovers in somewhere in Kakariko on one of the last 3 checks he has left. Hopefully he'll remember to go back and check Composer's grave as an adult, but he got fire arrows, it's better to skip it now.
So at this point, are we just hunting for another strength and our mirror shield?
Essentially, yeah. Bailnog, Devin already did Night Skulls. CAC Night Skulls. He did that one, he did not by digging. And we'll have to see if Hollow continues in Fire Temple, because there's a very good chance Strength 2's upstairs.
Yeah, and I think if Hollow can find Strength 2 in Fire, that would really keep him in the race.
Yeah. Devin having to go back into Fire Temple is a bad thing for Devin, but both runners having to double dip kind of negates the problem. And then we may still be in like Mirror Shield hunt somewhere. But well, here goes Skulls for Devin. He'll not find anything on Skulls, at which point he'll know it's time for chickens. Unless we get like a lens of truth.
That would be the worst.
No. 4 pieces of heart today for the Skull House. And I think a bundle of arrows. Alright, Devin. Yep, buddy, it's time. Well, that worked out a little bit better than it probably planned. Just gotta be careful not to accidentally scare him with the nuts later. Hollow could full clear. I don't think Hollow full clears.
Yeah, What's unfortunate on Hollow's side now is that Hollow's going to lose the advantage from those early hover boots whenever DareDevin gets his in a second, and Hollow doesn't know that that scale is path yet.
He knows the scales. He knows the scales path. The problem is like, what is he going to do with that information? He didn't look at he didn't look at the letter spot and see fire arrows, so like that may not recognize. Oh, hey, I got to go do this now. But yeah, unfortunately, it's 7 chickens today, Devin.
You gotta get all of them.
Yeah, well, you got the annoying bunch at least. Full time for Hollow had hover boots, so it did not take him 3 times to get over to the platform. Yeah. Anyway, I'm sure people in chat love chickens.
Chickens, chickens, chickens. I love a required chickens.
Oh,
and
Devin.
Hovers.
Yeah. You're not happy you did chickens, but you did chickens, and you got rewarded for it. And you're probably just going to get out of here now because you got a dungeon you can beat, and maybe you'll find another strength along the way.
Yeah, at this point, other than potentially climbing fire further, do we have any direction still on where to go?
We have path fire arrows for Spirit Temple, but that just means it could be for Spirit Key Logic, or it could mean Wasteland or Composer's Grave has an item. I have to imagine that Devin will probably take a quick peek at Composer's Grave and then go into Shadow Temple.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to blow your... you have a good FW placement right now in the middle of, you know, in the Gerudo Fortress. So I don't think you really want to go out and take a look what's an ice cavern or water temple.
Yeah, that could help DareDevin get the Wasteland check if Devin wants to clear out fire lock checks. But otherwise,
Yeah, I think... Sorry.
Can you use fire arrows in Shadow for that one room in the back?
No.
Okay, I thought not.
You can use Dens and feel immediately great about it because it works. But you can't use fire... You can't use fire arrows, and I have to suspect you can't use fire arrows because you're not expected to have fire arrows at any given point in the game. They're optional. You're not required to find them. It kind of stinks, in a way, because it should work.
Yeah, it feels like if you have fire arrows, they should let you use fire arrows, but that's fine.
Yeah. And where is Hollow going? Hollow is heading through fields, so this is probably a lake play. I'd have to imagine. He did Valley. Yeah, but an hour and a half later, Devin gets his hover boots later than Hollow did. But time for Devin to go run to Shadow Temple a bit. Let's see where Hollow's going.
Yeah, because this is gonna be 8
Hollow, this
minutes
was
that
hinted dead.
Daredevin can't get back.
Hollow, this is hinted dead.
Hollow.
Hollow has forgotten that this was hinted dead.
Mm,
And he has seen both of the hints.
yeah.
And yeah, so Devin's going to do his damnedest to find the strength that isn't in Fire Temple first, I think. How far he goes with it, we'll see. Hollow having to think-see about. Wait a second. What else could Scale give me? And I think he's realizing he's going to have to dive in through the lake now.
Yeah, Hollow might also be thinking about that Spirit Temple to Twinrova path and might loop back to Deku and get the bad news about that Goron tunic.
Yeah. It's not something he wants to see. Let's see what he wants to do first. Because at least, like, fire arrows suck, but at least you can kind of live with it. Fire arrows are for key logic. Like, it kind of sucks, but that's kind of how Spirit Temple works. Goron Tunic, on the other hand, you just feel bad about. Hollow's heading for Lost One, so this will be for Scale. So this will be diving into Domain and then diving into Lake. Yeah, unfortunately, like, he just did not look at letter spot when he was going, but he set Child Scarecrow. He just didn't look at letter spot. And if he looked at letter spot, he would have seen those fire arrows, and then I'm not sure what he would be doing right now. But at least, like, he'd have an idea of, like, oh, that's what this means.
Yeah, really unfortunate.
Yeah, Hollow hasn't been touching skulls. I don't blame him. 30, 20, 30, 40, and 50-year-old did. And he was kind of like sitting at a spot where he only was really missing 2 items for Go mode, or for Glow mode, and he had potential hints for those 2 items.
Yeah, it's really looking like this is a race that's going to come down to who can suss out where the strength 2 is first. With the potential of, like, a Mirror Shield casino.
Yeah. I know. All sees its fire arrows, and he's like, yeah, grimacing a little, but he's like, okay, well, whatever. Doesn't want to abandon him because that is an extra check or 2 for him.
Yeah, and Hollow's already had one save quit scum lose him a bow. He's not gonna do that again.
Yeah. I think, though, this is going to be the drop into Child Spirit. And this is where the pain is going to be.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up his stream because I want to see the anguish. Which, by the way, with us approaching 2 hours and our runner is about to do some more checks that we've already seen, as a reminder, go follow them. Both of them are great runners. These are actually 2 runners I greatly adore. I've been following DareDevin ever since I started watching Zooter, and Hollow is just a great Triforce Blitz player. And I have a lot of fun watching his seeds. So
Yeah.
go give them a follow.
I actually did go back and look at HollowLogic for a second. So in the wooden walls room in Shadow Temple, we do actually have a big chest.
Oh no.
What's it gonna be is gonna be interesting, but
Okay, I'm not just saying this because I've made this my entire brand, but I think someone should go check Wasteland with those fire arrows.
no, I mean Wasteland, not a bad play. Like,
I am really feeling like maybe deeper fire might not be the answer, but going back into shadow might be.
yeah. And the best way to explain Hollow's expression here was your good old 1,000-yard stare of, God damn it.
Yeah, Hollow has a fantastic 1,000-yard stare. And Hollow's wasting time playing keep away with the Stout kids.
Yeah. Sun Song on Burning Kakariko today, everybody. Wonderful. Well,
Which we are not getting with how Spirit's shaping up.
yeah, so we know there's a mage, so realistically, like, we have seen some of our lesser loved majors today already. We've seen double defense. Well, I mean, everybody loves double defense. But we've already seen love. We have seen Stone of Agony, and we have seen Ice Arrows. So it could be a bomb bag. It could be another set of arrows.
We haven't seen Ice Arrows, yeah.
No, Ice Arrows were in the Lawn on Ranch Silo.
Oh, I missed that check.
Yeah, we saw them super early, but nobody bothered to turn on blue fire arrows, so nobody was getting them. That is arrow percent for those on the bingo card.
I just need us to find the Zora's Tunic, and I've got a bingo. I literally have Mido Skip, Hover Boots, Nutgrade, and Link dies in the Drowning Timer, and I just need that shirt percent.
Yeah. Yeah, Inca, there is no... We know that... Yeah, unfortunately, the problem is we do have a path strength, but the path strength is for 20 Rova, and we know that it's adult locked completely, so... Is it strength because there's another strength out there and we needed both of the strengths and the game chose one? Unknown. Or is it strength because strength 1 locks strength 2? We don't know. No wallet, I bite the bullet and climb spirit. I feel like our shadow...
Have we gotten this Composer Grave check yet?
It's Saria's song, which is how you're supposed to get in the Forest Temple to begin with. But
what about the torches?
I haven't seen the torches.
Oh,
It's fire. This feels like it's fire.
Nope.
Oh no, it's second magic. Oh, good. So we also had a castle path. a market path today because that magic's magic locked.
Well, that explains that.
Sorry, song for Hollow.
Man, I hope Hollow goes out to Wasteland.
Yeah, we'll see what he wants to do here, because, like, right now he needs to... He
I think
didn't
this is
open up...
going to be a Wasteland check, because he's going out to field.
Yeah, maybe he'll do... The problem right now is, like, Wasteland is in logic. But... Looks like Devin's going to give up the FW.
Yeah, and with a
Potentially
big
for
chest
this.
back there, I think that's a good call.
Yeah, no, like, right now, like, we don't have a lens, so... Without lens restraint, too, like, getting to Ice Cavern and Saga Time isn't in logic. It could theoretically... We don't have a Zora Tunic either, so theoretically... Or a Boomerang, so we don't know where, like, OOT is gonna take us. So, like, going all the way out there, like, Wasteland's about as far as I'm willing to commit to right now in this seed. Spirit Temple entrance is nice, but goddamn, is it could be super far out of logic or behind go mode.
Yeah, and what I suspect, or what I would do in Hollow's shoes, is I would go check this Wasteland check. I think that's 100%, you know, chase your fire checks. And if it's not there, just go do fire. It sucks, but just go do fire.
Yeah, I think it's like, what do you want to do right now? It's either upper fire or strengthless tubeless GGG. This is going to be Devin finishing up here, and our runners will be mostly equalized at this point. Though Hollow will have to eventually go back into Forest Athletic Point to get light arrows. Imagine Din's in Wasteland for the big one in Shadow. And yeah.
I want it. Come on. Come on. Ah, no!
Okay, so fire arrows are locking something, but it's strength 2 locked. Which means Din's is going to be strength 2 locked as a result. It still could be Mirror Shield.
Still could be Mirror Shield. Yeah, because there's no other fire lock checks that we can get to other than the...
It's 100% Spirit Key logic.
Okay, yeah.
So there's literally nothing but Spirit Key logic here. Well, our paths aren't exhausted, but the one path we want to do sucks. We could do sucks.
Yeah, so at this point, our runners are about equalized. Yeah, following Goron Tunic is kind of the only call at this point, honestly. Without doing something that, like, just is a very risky play with nothing pointing towards it.
Yeah, what is Devin doing here? Did Devin do Trail Storms? I don't think Devin did Trail Storms.
Devin did not do Trail Storms.
Okay. Like, why are you climbing up here when you have Bolero Warp? If you want to go back to Ice entrance or into Forest. Oh, it's a big chest. Oh, good. Not required in the slightest today, but it exists. Congratulations.
what a bait. Not even bait, just useless. Just useless. Incredible.
All right, so our options are Forest Temple, Back of Forest, Upper
Ice.
Fire.
Nope. Well,
We're going Fire. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Like, this sucks, but like you have. This will at least give you the clarity of, is this Strength 2 or am I done? Oh, our second OOT hint. I think both OOT hints were Storm Locked.
And if it is in fire, then Devin has a bit of a leg up on Hollow, not only because he's heading in there first, but I don't think Hollow has Furore set in Shadow, does he?
Yeah, no. If there's something in it, like, I'm not sure where Hollow's FW is right now. But if something's on fire, Devin's definitely in the driver's seat. Kind of interesting to see where Hollow's going. He's walking out of tech.
Hollow?
This could be like going for GTG. I mean, like, we still like have GTG completely available. Like, we have 3 somewhat high density dungeons left in Water Temple. I have to imagine. Yeah. Yeah. So we'll see. Like, I know that like in the last round against Chuckles, like Hollow completely went out of logic. And got paid off for it in like his first win, where like he was able to like snag there was a long path to find Gruda's letter to get you yourself a Shadow Temple key ring. In Adult Fountain. Oh, he hasn't done Southfield.
I remember that seed. That seed was gross.
So like you could still like snag yourself potentially like a strength 3 out of logic. It's probably not going to happen. But like we don't know like our way across the waste. Like, we're not guaranteed to have a Wasteland Warp Song to Colossus, but we could potentially have one. But like whatever warp we're getting is probably Strength 2 locked.
Yeah, because at this point, Strength 2 is actually locking 2 songs. It's both locking the Prelude check at Temple of Time and Sun Songs on Burning Cag, which we're pretty sure Sun Songs isn't anything.
Sunsoft can't be anything we care about, at least. Oh, good. There's a big chest in the very first check in the lower fire maze. Hello, Strength 2. No, it's a goddamn slingshot. Of course it is. It's always a slingshot.
God.
The game's propensity to like, there are 3 of these things. They should not be able to be shuffled into the most comical spots possible. Like,
Well,
and of course,
funny
none of those things unlock each other.
Don't we have 2 more bomb bags to find? Like,
yeah,
there's a lot of bait that could still be out.
I mean, we could have totally like, no, you have to like we totally could have a it'd actually be really funny for after this seat's over if we asked one of the runners to check to see what's on Harrow Castle Ferry, because that actually could 100% be a bomb bag, and we just lost the bomb bag because we had a bomb bag shuffle on the Skull Kid, so it was always hinted, and that's why we don't have a Donago's Cavern Path.
Yeah. Also, did anyone else see HollowLogic's Scarecrow song? Because I am terrified. It is just a spinny, but it always terrifies me when I see people do that, because it's like, what if you miss spinning?
Those up for me is also biggie, or are we just doing this to set up for pixel shot? I guess it was a chunk. That was a small key. I don't remember if shortcut was a small key or not. So we're still missing 2. No, I know it doesn't need a top.
All right, Daredevin, show us how it's done.
Yeah. Adult fishing only. I was hoping for a boomerang to finish the job it did, but no. Our second row is on top of the lab.
Yeah, so we're about to have Hollow heading into this is GTG, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Hollow's not wanting to bet that, is hoping that it's going to be like Mirror Shield and Spirit Temple, and that entire quarantine is just bait. So we see the first wall at top. We won't know that for sure.
And also, it took a couple of shots, but Daredevin was confident he had it and got that pixel shot. Good job, Devin.
Yeah. Center GTG maze is a big chest. So that requires our 9 small keys, so we'll have to keep a count to see exactly how many we're missing. There's a chance we could get like a strength 3 out here. The strength 3 in that chest, just because if something is Song of Time locked, it could be that our way to get Song of Time required beating Spirit Temple. Alright. Only got 3 more items in Fire Temple for Devin.
Oh,
I swear,
bodied.
that bubble is really good at getting you. More than you'd think. Alright. So we are Song of Time locked from the center of the maze.
But that is a big chest in the center.
Yep.
And Hollow did get Song of Time from out at the Requiem spot.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, no, we'll have to see, because like we still need another 6 keys to get to it. Small chest. Okay, so Goran Tunic Spade. Because we should have 2 more small keys. We should have 2 more small keys upstairs. In I guess maybe he's gonna go check to see if High Score and Inheritance are a small key.
Yeah, you could see Devin trying to decide. It's like, well, do I go deeper? Do I check somewhere else?
He's got 6, but I don't know if Shortcut's a small key or not. Like if Shortcut wasn't a small key, then Fire's dead. The Goran Tunic Spade, Mirror Shields, and Fire. Or Dins or Mirror. Whatever is leading to Mirror Shields and Spirit Temple, essentially.
Yeah, and Daredevin has indeed left, so this swings back in HollowLogic's favor.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Potentially. We're going to take a look and see what's in Water Temple now. This can go... Well, either go really quickly or really slowly. We do know where our boss key is in Water Temple, though. It is in Central Pillar, so... there is a chance, like, if... I think Devin's trying to decide if he wants to do this or if he wants to do GTG. You could be a water temple, but and there isn't a real good guarantee that Husky will be Song of Time locked. Crack walls is small. What if Wallet is path for a central?
Ooh.
We haven't. Yeah, the problem is like we're running out of spots for another wall to show up, for wallets to show up. Like there just isn't much game left.
Yeah, our runners have really played through basically everything they can at this point. They're kind of doing their last two big things, except like going deeper in forest.
Yeah. Was Bombchus was an item, I'd look like, right? Devin doesn't have a key, so I'm assuming it was an item.
I did not see. I've been kind of keeping an eye on HollowLogic's GTG progression.
Yeah, he's at 4 or 5 keys now.
4 keys, I believe. I think this will be the 5th.
Yeah, so unless he wants to do... I'm not sure how many keys are in the maze, so I think he's going to probably take a stab at picking up whatever's in there.
And honestly, I think that's a good call.
Yeah, he still needs to pull 2 keys from the maze to get whatever's in the center.
Yeah, and I was just gonna mention in chat there's some conversation about how DareDevin's in kind of a rough spot because you really can't metagame on what Hollow might have done or not done because Hollow is such a intuition player. Where he has a very unorthodox style, a very unorthodox way of what he prioritizes as far as his checks. So it can be tricky.
Yeah. So we'll see. So this is almost assuredly string 2 locked, so this could be a string 3 for Hollow.
Come on.
No! It's Bombchus!
Right, Bombchus and Logics, and they're in big chess. This is stupid. This is stupid.
Well, Devin chose a setting. Hollow just chose bad settings for pain.
Yeah, a HollowLogic has no one to blame but himself.
Alright, so...
Go do toilet.
We saw the spare key sitting over in the boss key chest. So that pretty much means that the Dark Link loop is going to be 2 items.
I do have Dark Link Finds a Way on my bingo board.
Yeah.
We still have a lot of bait we could find, but could be the move.
We're running out of bait. We're missing 2 bomb bags and... yeah, Devin's trying to decide if he wants to commit to killing Morph or not, because that's going to be an item. Killing Morph is probably an item, but... Just time for fire arrow checks. Right,
Paging Death Star, paging Death Star. We got a toilet check.
I think we have to do So Devin's only going to decide. I think the answer has to be Forest Temple at this point. And I think Devin's trying to decide if he wants to do Forest Temple or GTG.
I think he's going to wind up chasing Hollow into GTG before Forest.
I think so too. The question is, what does Hollow do after this?
I hope Hollow sticks to his gut and does not go into fire.
I think he might do. I'm wondering if he wants to do ice or not.
Yeah, I guess ice would get you a. I mean,
So like
sure.
yeah. So like realistically, like we have access to 2 items in Water Temple logically right now that we haven't seen. Sparkling will have an item, and then either Morph or the River Chest or Dragon's Chest has an item. We're not sure which one.
I think this is setting up water and potentially doing some skulls.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. He's gone Child, and he's reverted back to he saved Warping to Curie. So this could be taking a look at maybe Child to Warren City. It's like and Devin may take a look. I don't think we'll see what Devin wants to do here. Because like you have to feel like basically like Colossus Beyond Wasteland is all going to be Strand 2 locked somehow at this rate, or like like there's this weird spot where you could theoretically like pick up the OoT song and that gets you past Colossus, but we don't know where the Boomerang is, and you're really running out of slots for it to happen. Because we know Java's foolish, so like it'd have to be like deeper forest or one of the 2 spots in Ice and Water Temple we can get access to. But yeah. Yeah, and gonna be Wasteland, Naked Wasteland for Devin.
Yep. So, okay, I guess we'll see if Ice has anything. Yeah, this is just full casino at this point for wherever that strength may be.
Like, it's not full. I mean, we just don't have it. I don't want to call it a casino just because, like, we really don't have a lot left in Logic. It's just the out of Logic stuff is just so much more dense and tempting. It doesn't involve double dipping.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're as Queen Helena said, yeah, no, we are basically Strand 2 and Mirror Shield for Go mode. Mirror Shield has to be kind of like sitting in something's in Spirit Temple that's pointing us to Mirror Shield, essentially. The problem is getting to Strand 2 to get the thing that's pointing us to Mirror Shield. Yeah, so Devin's going to get Song of Time here.
There's a conversation in chat. Is that mirror shield on the arch?
I don't know.
I don't think so, because I don't know that.
Like, if it was Mirror Shield on the Arch, then I don't know why Hollow left Ice to begin with. Maybe
Yeah.
Hollow could have mispeaked it, because, like, you'd want to go pick up a song immediately just in case it's needed.
Yeah, Jax is thinking it might have been gold scale, which I would be more likely to buy.
Could it be gold scale? It could be gold scale if the song on Prelude blocks. Yeah, potentially could be gold scale. We do have a path scale today, Jax. It was for fire arrows at the letter spot. So somehow Spirit Temple blocks some of our warp songs. It could be a gold scale. There's a big chest of ice.
Big chest?
Yeah. I'll take a quick look on Devin's VOD if he's got it.
Well, we don't need that. Because I believe we got a big Goron dead earlier. Yeah, we're just getting a lot of big chests that we just don't need.
Unfortunately, Devin doesn't have his VODs up immediately, so...
Hey, I have a kind of, no, nope, can't be that.
No Domain Baron, we have Fountain Baron. And was there a big item in Domain? No. I'd just be suspicious of doing anything King's Horror related right now, just because how far out it is. We haven't seen any wallets, and we still haven't seen lens yet, so we don't know how to get out here. So I guess if there's an item on the arch, then we are guaranteed a warp song at some point.
Hey, there's my bingo. That's not useful for DareDevin, but it's great for me.
Yeah.
DareDevin didn't do Morpha, did he?
No.
Do
we have any required Storm Stratos today? No, we didn't, right?
We did not.
Let's go Fury Forest.
I'm starting to get a little suspicious about that Dark Link loop.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of imagine Devin may make play at it in a second after Ice. Because she's not going to have a lot left.
Yeah, I mean, has Devin done GTG yet? He hasn't looped back down there, has he?
No, but it's also all the way on the other side of Hyrule Field. From where he is, it's like it's the worst possible spot for him, unless this is like a warp to Lake. Paul's working on skulls.
Yeah, Benji, both of our runners are sort of sitting here going like, well, where is it?
I mean, yeah. Like, balance-wise, it's in Forest Temple. Cruelty-wise, it could be in water.
Big chest? And back to Shadow.
That doesn't solve anything. How's that ends locked? Okay, so this could be Fiori's Wind in this chest. Sorry, this could be Mirror Shield, but this is not Strength 2. This also almost certainly confirms that getting to Ice Cavern and crossing the Wasteland today is Strength 2 locked. So don't chase Song of Time. There's our first wallet that's wallet locked, and welcome in everyone. It's 2:26 in, which means it's time for HollowLogic to finally do Gape Race. Because okay, so it is almost certainly.
Well, Hollow made the right call to not do fire.
Well, the problem is that opens up the well now. But actually, no. Wait, it means the well can't. The well at best is Mirror Shield.
Yeah.
Because like no, the well can't have Mirror Shield. Okay, so we're done. Well's dead. It's GTG. It's forest or water. There's nothing in fire and nothing in Spirit Temple that could lead us to getting to Ice Cavern. Yeah, forest is more likely because forest has more items, and we've already seen 2 items in water. Or we know we can only get 2 items in the water.
I'm sorry, everyone. This is so funny. Baseball, the check-in shadow was just a wallet.
Yeah. Where's Hollow going now? Who knows?
Oh, this seat's got jokes.
Hollow's heading for. Oh no, Hollow's heading for. I don't think anybody did. Oh no, I think we had a. Do we have a Frogs 1 hint?
Hollow already did Frogs 1 and it was nothing.
Okay.
And Frogs 2 can't be anything because we have to get Sun Song, and that's locked behind Spirit today.
Yeah.
All right, so more Fire Temple for HollowLogic.
Did Hollow check shoot the sun?
Hollow did not.
Oh god. Good. Well, Hollow, if this is shoot the sun, you took off. You made random warp songs in Dungeon CR. Yeah, Fountain Foolish.
It is so hard for me to not just keep laughing because we have seen bait item after bait chest after bait chest after bait chest on Devin's side.
Yeah. Devin should have good time here. Yeah, he's gonna go do Scarecrow, and then, like, he should go check shoot the sun. Because he should probably make it over there right around daybreak. Where the hell is little asshole? Alright, there he is.
Yeah, Benji, I would agree. Random Warp Songs has very much been the content setting.
Yeah.
And even though it does, like, scramble my brain, but it is a fun setting, at least.
Yeah. this is some good time of day for Devin.
Oh yeah. It'll suck for Hollow if it's here on Shoot the Sun.
Yeah, it probably isn't here, but it could be here, and that'd be funny.
Yes, it would.
Yeah, random warp songs in Dungeon ER is just a really, really bad time. I mean, it really hasn't hurt us too bad today. Devin has Nocturne, by the way. It was... Nah, just a bit creepy.
Okay.
Devin has Nocturne, and that actually warped us to... was very nice for him. It actually took him to, I believe it was the Fortress of Wasteland transition.
Ah. And yeah, Nitherian, we do have Forest. We also have Dark Link, Loop, and Morpha, which, you know...
I mean, we're gonna probably do River Chest when we do Dark Link Loop, but it's either Dark Link or it's River. Let's see what Devin wants to do here. Hollow, unfortunately, is taking the bait into Upper Fire.
Yep, which unfortunately we know is not it. I mean, are there any checks that could be in fire at this point?
I'm gonna just keep an eye on Hollow Stream to see what the shortcut chest was. That was like the one thing that we didn't see, really. It looks like it was a small chest.
Yeah.
So, the last two checks, this is kind of like the ideal Fire Temple setup. Hammer chest and high scoring are small keys. So... yeah. Devin sees the big chest, knows he has to go get small keys.
And then is going to be very disappointed.
Yeah. Alright. Slingshot 1 for Hollow. Or Slingshot 3 for Hollow. I think the best part is if a Hollow goes into Forest Temple and he does Stalfos. Like, I'll see it's a big chest, and then be really happy, and then find out it's light arrows and be a little sad.
Yeah, and then that's gonna be a call of like going deeper in Forest.
I think Hollow will probably make a play for Ice, maybe. Just like, I think he feels...
I will say, Benji brings up a good point that like the second half of Forest is technically strength locked.
We are begging someone to go to the strength locked location. Benji is saying this as HollowLogic is in fact in a strength locked location.
True.
That we've already been to. And we know it's dead. But... yeah. But as Nat says, knowing we have a strength path to Morpha, strength path or Rova, it means nothing, essentially. We just know it's not going to lead us to strength 3.
Yeah, for all we know, Strength 3 could just be chilling out in Gan's castle today.
It's probably chilling out in Spirit Temple, I feel like, but yeah, essentially. But yeah, the question now is, like, is Hollow going to go do Forest after this, or is he going to maybe try to spike do it. Follow Devin and try to spike the item out of logic and ice, or go into water.
Yeah, Ice really just does not seem like the call.
Yeah, I know, but the problem is, like, all you could be looking for is maybe a lens, and all of a sudden, like you had to go into ice to go get your strength 2 anyway.
Ooh, true. Yeah.
Like, we're not very far out from getting into Ice Cavern. Like, my personal feelings aside, like earlier, like where I'm saying like ice is locked by strength 2, it's just like that's just kind of like how everything was kind of shaping up, with how like we had to have like songs and everything stack up, but
Hmm.
there was nothing like stopping the lens from showing up and like derailing the entire thing. So Devin is about done with GTG. We'll see if he wants to commit to doing the toilet. He'll go through the maze, discover it's just Bombchus in a second. I feel like you probably don't want to do the toilet because you know how bad Strength 2 is. In Devin's case, or you kind of have to know that what Din's being where it was, that like Din's has to be Strength 2 locked,
Yeah.
and that Ice Cavern has to be Strength 2 locked.
Yeah, and I would like to believe that Devin. I mean, I guess it is possible that Devin could be thorough, not want to have to come back here later. So just clearing it out to just make sure.
Yeah, well, he has also already set up an FW on here, and quite frankly, he doesn't have a lot of spots for FW to go that aren't in here. Hollow's having to think on where he wants to go to now. So that's GTG down for Devin. So it's either Water Temple or Forest for him. This is Prelude, so he's heading for Crater. So this is probably going to be Forest. Although I think it's going to go Turning Skulls.
Yeah, get those first 10 at least.
Okay, Devin's also going to head Freeze Kingzor. He's just completely ending his loose ends now. But Hollow also saved quit out of...
Where you going, Hollow?
Like...
It might be Child for Skulls, which, I mean, in that case, just go do Forest.
He did Forest.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I don't think he got any skulls out of Forest, but he did Forest. He did the Courtyard. He didn't do Stalfos. Yeah, okay, that was... Hey, you know what? It hasn't been checked 2 hours and 40 minutes into the seed.
What has not been checked?
Richard.
Oh. Oh, this would be so dumb. This would be so dumb. Purple, we are desperately searching for strength 2. At this point, we've narrowed it down to either deeper in water or deeper in forest.
Specifically, there's like 2 spots on water it can be. Because it can't be the river chest. Alright, this is Boleros. This is Doctor and Padmore for Devin. I assume this is going to be clearing out Water Temple. Hollow's doing Night Skulls 2 hours and 40 minutes into a seed. It's going wonderful for him, I'm sure. He was 1 shy.
Yeah, at this point, if it's in CAC, like 20 is all it's gonna be. And unfortunately, we know that's not it.
Yeah, we've seen 20. We haven't actually seen, like, very few Seer Zeros. Okay, yeah, this... I mean, I think there's something to be said that your opponent must have done something 2 hours and 40 minutes into a race if it's a low Seer. That's true. On the other hand, this Strength 2 is particularly god-awful.
Yeah, again, this is a hard one to metagame because if it was a Sphere 0 check traditionally, or a Sphere, or like a low Sphere check, traditionally you would assume that your opponent's like already in Spirit by now and has already gotten that finished up. But we're almost at 3 hours. Which really makes you second guess what any of the logic might be.
Yeah, I think just in particular right now, it's just like you were kind of working on the assumption of I had a couple paths here that were pretty straightforward. It turns out they were incredibly convoluted. One of them is actually going to be pretty straightforward. The other one's just going to suck. All right, so it's River Chest or Morpha if it's in Water Temple. And like Hollow isn't really even like if Hollow goes to Forest Temple right now, he's still got a good shot at winning this. He just has to choose Forest Temple over anywhere else. Oh god, don't let this be Strength 3.
Bomb bag, bomb bag, bomb bag.
Yep. And hey, looky, it's a big chest in the river.
Oh my god. This is stupid.
Yep, but hey, look, we got one more big chest. It's the last conquer.
All right, come on, let's.
There we go. And now we have to go run over to Deku Tree entrance.
We are freed. We are freed, chat. Get those silver gauntlets in chat, because that was hard fought for those.
Yeah. Hollow's gonna head into Forest Temple.
New IT guys, we'll need to find a mirror, but we have a spirit temple as path to Twin Rova, and considering that there was nothing in fire for that Goron tunic, we're pretty sure mirror's gonna be in there.
You know, the actual funny thing is, I don't know if there might actually be another Strength and Forest Temple. We're not guaranteed.
And I'm kind of wondering.
You don't need Song of Time for Dragon Chest.
Yeah, because you can come at it a different direction.
You can the logical way to get to Dragon Chest, the vanilla way to get to Dragon Chest is just to push your push block down when the water level is lowest. You need Song of Time or Strength. Yeah. Yeah, so we might see eventually if like we have a case where like if we see the Hollow will probably get through most of we'll probably get through all Forest Temple before the seat's over. So we'll have a good chance to see if there's actually another Strength in there. If Devin doesn't find one and trying to find the Mirror Shield first. Never mind.
Well, there we go. And that is go mode for DareDevin. God's light arrows and everything. So going to be able to just find that boss key, rush to the top, rush to Twin Rova, and get some bacon.
Yeah, and Hollow hoping that it was hoping that was going to be Strength 2. It was like, oh, it's light arrows. Okay, well, you know, I'll take that.
Yeah, Drewness, I think that really summarizes it. What a silly little seed. Just a goofy seed.
Yeah, this, like random warp songs didn't play too much of an issue. Dungeon ER helped us with some fun path shenanigans, but really it just it involved digging out Stone Water Temple.
Yeah. Yeah, that was wild. Because we didn't do it at 2 hours and we are rapidly approaching 3 and the end of the seed, I just want to do one last volunteer shout out. Go follow our runners if you are enjoying them today. DareDevinX and HollowLogic. They are giving us a great show in a stupid seed. Shout out to our trackers, Benji, Tobias, and Baseball for making sure we knew what the hell was happening with all of these dungeon entrances and song warps. You all are awesome. Thank you for keeping our sheet up to date. Shout out to Tobias, especially, who is also double duty today as our restreamer. Thank you so much, Tobias. And shout out to my co-commentator, Toffile, for being here with me in the commentator booth.
Yeah, this has been a good seed. So we have the boss key now in Shadow and Spirit. We only need to find one more small key, which is probably going to just be sitting up in top of a Child Climb. Almost certainly has to be in top of Child Climb. Yeah, there we go.
There we go. Yep.
We just didn't have any other small keys that had to be available before the other stuff. Yeah, we had as a Firelock small key. That's to be expected. But yeah, all Devin needs to now do is just get over to Rova. Probably about the nicest Spirit Temple layout you could get in Go mode, to be honest.
Well, after how hard DareDevin had to work to get into Spirit Temple, it better be nice to him.
Yeah. CSR has a new horrifying. Oh god.
Yeah, I'm trying not to look at that emote too closely. I'm just like seeing it out of the corner of my eye, and it's like a horrific shadow in my periphery.
He doesn't 2 keys access for one of the hands. I mean, you can use 2 keys to get the hand, but you'd need like 5, technically. They're the end. They're the end routes of the they're the terminal nodes on the graph. They have to take the maximum number of keys, unless they loop around them to the rest of the graph, and you can drop key numbers from them.
And this is a Twin Rova fight for DareDevin. Should be quick.
Yeah. Still doing a really good job of controlling their locations.
So what do you think Devin's final time's gonna be at this point? Just a little after 3 hours?
About 302, 303, yeah. Just still gonna have to climb and beat Gamer. And the 20-year-old cutscene's kind of a long one.
Oh, yeah. Is the Twin Rova cutscene longer than the Morpha cutscene?
Don't know.
I think Morpha's slightly longer, or at least it just feels longer.
Yeah, Devin's in the blue warp. All he has to do is do one last save, quit the Temple of Time. And he gets his Forest Med. Now he can finally go collect Sun Song. I'll show checkerboard room, so it'll be down in the basement in a second, but
Yeah, Hollow's almost done with Forest. A completely useless forest today, unfortunately.
I mean, it added our light arrows, so let's also just remember that. It was also the second
True.
check, but
A not quite completely useless forest.
yeah, the forest was required, but Hall's doing more forest than was required. But yeah, he's
Yeah, and really this all came down to the forest versus water gamble, which is kind of amazing with where this seed sent us. Having Hollow with that early lead with getting the hovers early and Daredevin being able to pull it back.
yeah. I think realistically, like if I could point to a spot where like Devin really managed to save this race, it was probably when he did Child Core and City and pulled the long shot off a Hot Rodder.
Yeah.
Because that gave him the knowledge that he was going to be missing for a while. Um, yeah, it doesn't look like there was anything in the basement of. No, wait, no. Miscounted the number of pushes he did. There is nothing in the basement of Forest Temple, so there could be another straight on Phantom Ganon, but if not, it looks like you had to go to water.
Yep, Holly's gonna have time to finish up this forest temple before Daredevin takes down Ganon.
Yeah. Oh, look, we're getting
Dual Ganon?
simultaneous getting fight.
Yeah.
With the exact same thought.
Same brain cell.
Yes.
We only have one here in the commentator booth, and usually I don't have it. I've been keeping it warm for you at least, Jax. I'll give the brain cell back before tomorrow, I promise.
Yeah. Unless the magpie runs off with it again.
Yeah, simultaneous kills. Hollow finishing Forest, which was did not need to finish it today, but that's fun. And Daredevin about to take down Ganon.
Phase one down for Ganon.
Bacon, bacon, bacon.
Hollow's heading back into field. This might be a play for ice.
Yeah.
That's too late.
Yep, get your GGs ready, y'all. Because with that, DareDevin secures his spot as our third semi-finalist. GGs to DareDevin.
GG's, he finishes in a time of 3:01:19, and Hollow has immediately forfeited.
Yep, that was... Wow, that was not the most brutal seed that I have seen this season, but that one might be in top 3.
Yeah, the Hollow's come back to lab for some reason.
Yeah, that is 3 of our 4 semifinalists confirmed, and let's see if they're gonna want to pop in for an interview.
Yeah, it looks like Hollow's going to be a little busy and is going to decline, unfortunately.
Yeah, that is fair.
But we're being joined by DareDevin. GG's.
GG's.
Woo. Hold on, I have to move my mic closer to my face so you can actually.
Oh, that's fine. Don't worry. We didn't hear large amounts of swearing about River Chest just a second ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Something.
Hollow. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know exactly what to say. How far was my opponent in when I finished?
Hollow had opted to do Forest Temple instead of Water Temple. He hadn't done Ice either way. Ice
Okay.
either, but he did Forest, and he had beaten Phantom Ganon, and he was kind of like you were both fighting different Ganons at the same time. If you
Oh
want to put it.
no.
Yeah.
I mean, I really didn't want to go back into Forest, and I made the decision to go to Water because I had found 5 keys, and I knew where the boss key was because of the hint. So I was like, there's a very good chance that there's just 3 items on the path of Darklink, which turned out to be true.
Yeah.
And that saved me the game. Otherwise, like, I had left like Frogs 1 and Forest Temple, and I think that's it.
Yeah, I think if you're like, due to how bad this logic was,
Yeah.
like it was like there was 3 items on the path to a Darklink loop, but like River just couldn't be anything because it had to be strength 2 locked somehow.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know how, but it was. Because if you remember Ice Cavern, the final the Iron Spoosh just had Dense Fire.
Yeah, that had Dense Fire, right?
And you had Path Fire Arrows, so somehow getting to Colossus is locked.
I didn't even put that together, though.
Yeah.
But by that time, I was like down to so little checks that it didn't really make any sense to not do.
You were gonna skip. You were gonna like if you had Dark Link Loop and Dragon Gist, it's faster to do Dark Link and then just do River Chest.
You're doing Dark Link anyway.
Yeah.
One thing that I was really hoping that the Goron tunic was Path to Tunova. That's why I came back to Fire. I kind of regretted not having Feroz. Like I deleted Feroz from Fire Temple. Turned out that wasn't it. So like strength could have been anywhere. Like the second circuit could literally be anywhere. So it wasn't just a guessing game. The CAC. 2 CAC hints, right? Hammer Path to Wolf is obvious, but the hookshot Path to Bongo could have made sense too. And when I found that hookshot, the second hookshot in Goron's in Goron City, because there wasn't hookshot locked, I knew that the hookshot wasn't path, so they needed something else to be in CAC. So it had to be chickens or 10 or 20.
Yeah, we were really hoping you were gonna find that out. Hollow had the hovers literally 90 minutes before you did. So
finding the long shot at that time probably saved me because I was not gonna go back and do chickens. I would have just guessed that the hookshot is path.
Yeah. No, we were seriously hoping that because like you're sitting on it, and like we knew that the long shot had to be available somewhere, just because of like there was no King Dodongo path, and so that meant you had to have long shot and you had to have opponents, and they couldn't lock each other somehow.
I didn't even put that one together. Like,
Yeah,
there's so much shit going on in entrance
Yeah.
rando.
yeah. Well, yeah, we brought that up like as in the commentary booth. We knew that, but like you racing it, like obviously, like
Yeah.
there's no you have triple Rova path, and they're like, and you got a skill with lab dive into dead, and you've already checked tactile so
Yeah. So that, I mean, we had iron, so it couldn't have been tactile.
yeah. Like in Hollow had Hollow, like early on, like kind of like one of them major starts of divergence was at the end of Child 1 for you, and what it would have been the end of Child 1 for Hollow. He went to go get rupees off of the drawbridge, but he side hopped the wrong way
Oh,
and
so he fell.
ended up in the mode as it was as the drawbridge was closing.
Oh
So
no.
so he started an entire loop of,
Yeah,
you
you
know,
kind of have to do
he
something
had
meaningful, right?
yeah, he had to go do his loop of field and check Valley. So like
Did
he had
he
cleared out. Sorry.
did he end up getting the bomb bag from Skullmask?
Yes, he got the Skull Mask bomb back before he got
Because
the
I was about
Bombchus
to, and
back.
then saw that stupid chew bag on Dad. Was like, nope, we're not getting that.
Somebody chose choosing logic today.
Yeah, I did.
But yeah,
Usually I don't, but like, we kind of mix it up every once in a while, right?
yeah,
You can't
yeah,
play the same minor setting every time.
yeah. But like, yeah, no, you both like, you both. He had gone out to he did ranch before SFM, and like so he had the Nocturne War, so he like
Oh,
that's
when
when he
did
wanted
he?
good
One
chickens.
question: when did he do Deku? Because like you could have just
You
played the
both did
song.
you both did it as adults. You both
Yeah.
never
Yeah.
checked it as a child for whatever reason.
I mean, I played the song just to see where it goes, and then I looked around and I didn't even like I didn't like it takes some time to settle in that it's
Yeah,
actually Dungeon ER, right? So you
yeah,
can actually do
yeah,
that as child. Like even if the boulders aren't there, right? You're like, yeah, I'm not thinking about it because like you're already thinking about your next steps. And
yeah.
then
You're welcome
I
to
wasn't
you're welcome.
worried though, because I had the bow and I made sure to buy a shield. So at that point I was like, I'm just gonna check that entrance, and if it's Deku, I can still beat it as adult, so I wasn't worried.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, Hollow never actually did buy a shield. He got lucky in a sense. Like, I know that he doesn't like to buy a shield normally, but he also like because he did Valley, like he grabbed the shield out of the waterfall. Um,
Oh yeah, that shield. Yeah.
yeah, because like he was like he didn't get to he didn't get a chance to go to a shield shop before he picked that one up. So
Yeah. The warps were kind of bad.
I mean, yeah, I was with how late Sun Song was like he
Yeah.
had a nice
Like what
field warp, but
like
no Sun
Sunsong,
Song.
like the field warp wasn't that nice though, because you can't get into the market as Child at Night.
True.
That was like the worst part of the scene for sure. But also like getting to Lake was really bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, out of curiosity, do you know what was on the arch? Because that was a point of
That
discussion.
was the gold scale.
It was the gold scale. Okay,
I'm
so
100% sure it was the gold scale.
yeah, there was some
Yeah.
discussion if it was the mirror shield or not, and we're like, we're pretty sure it wasn't
No.
because like
I mean there was only one item left to find at the end. It couldn't have been strength 2 in spirit, so it had to be the mirror shield. So
yeah.
that could have been it.
I mean, you could have like there like if it was the mirror shield on the arch, it could have been like you could have found that needed to find the boomerang to get the warp song off of
Right. Yeah.
OT
You could have totally just like do that, yeah.
like so like either OOT or the prelude, so whatever song was on OOT, Minuet or
Yeah.
whatever warp song is left on
Requiem.
Requiem.
Requiem or Minuet. Yeah.
Well, one of them has to take it out, Colossus, but we'll not know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like because like we were also like very Like it was just like just trying to figure out where that strength 2 was for a while. It's just
That strength 2.
it's
Like
just
I just knew that water was 3 really quick checks in succession. So like that was like the densest area at that point. Forest would take forever, as I already had cleared the courtyard.
yeah. Did you have any real hesitations going into ice, kind of like
I
not
hated
knowing
ice. I
where
knew that
lens was, or
most songs this late into the seed were like they wouldn't mean anything. So I was hesitation to go to ice. But then again, you're kinda like my plan was like if to check bottom of the well entrance and see if that's check if that's ice cavern. Because then I could have grabbed blue fire, and then before I go back to fire, I can uh I can melt King Zoro on the way too, on my second trip. Like I kind of got it the other way around. It's like,
yeah.
this was like, it wasn't a terrible seed, but it was not that nice either.
I think Drew in chat called it a silly little seed.
Yeah, silly little seed feels like the nicest thing we could call it.
Yeah, I mean, I think the meanest thing was probably. I mean, the strength 2 was bad because it was just stone water, but like other
I
than that,
mean, it's
the worst.
you do like all of
the wor-
Overworld kind of, and like you do half of GTG, and then you like I either go forest or water. You don't have any
Yeah.
other option.
Yeah,
And there's
yeah,
so
no,
many really hard to route in checks. The sea
yeah,
too.
yeah. But the worst of the other, like anything else that was like a major item that seed was the hover boots, but even that
Yeah.
was hinted technically. Just
Ice was
took a
so
little time
trolly
to get
though.
there.
Ice was so trolly with like 3 big chests and none of them were anything. It
That
was
was
hilarious.
prescription. It was dins
Y-
for your first wallet.
Oh yeah, technically
Yeah.
4 chests.
I was about to say, how did you feel getting that Dins at the end of Ice, rushing back to Shadow and finding that wallet?
I mean, I was hoping there was strength. It wasn't. So like, I don't know. Like the wallet didn't mean anything in the face of already having both tunics. I think I already had both of them. Yeah,
this
because you
yeah.
get your Zora tunic in ice, and you get the Goron tunic in Path Spirit Temple. So like the wallet really didn't mean anything.
Yeah. Yeah, no, honestly, it was a really, really, like it ended up being a fairly close race. I think if like Hollow had opted for Water Temple over Forest Temple, kind of toward at
Yeah.
the end, like he didn't like when he beat DC, he walked out to Colossus and checked and saw it was ice and got the song, and then just got Song of Time and bailed. He didn't do ice or anything.
Yeah.
Um, so
Yeah,
like he
he
never did
also
that.
held off doing a higher fire for longer than you did. He also thought that like, hey, like that Goron tunic in Child Spirit is probably bait. Like I'm not gonna touch that.
I
But
mean,
wound up looping back to it later.
I think that like if that's the only lead you got, and you only found like 3 keys in one item in the first couple checks of fire. So there was 5 items sitting in fire. 5 items that were locked by
Yeah.
that Goron tunic. That was reasonable to assume, and I think that was the best play.
Yeah,
Looking
Yeah,
back on it
and
though.
I agree
Yeah.
100%, like totally reasonable. But Hollow dodged it for a while.
well,
Yeah.
like he did GTG before he did Fire, which like that's.
I was so hoping for a strength 3 logically in the center chest of GTG. Like, please relieve me from this pain, dude. And like, what was it again? It wasn't.
It was Bombchus. Bombchus in a big chest
Was just Bombchus, yeah.
because somebody chose Bombchus and Logic. So they're in big chest. Yeah, no, I mean honestly, like your settings are great. Hollow settings, Hollow settings didn't even turn this into a bad seed. Like it just involved digging stone water.
Yeah.
So, um,
Yeah.
yeah,
So do we know who I'm facing next round? Or has that not been decided?
We do not. Jackstronomy and SETI are actually having their game 2 tomorrow, so it'll either be decided or they will have a game 3. So you got a little bit of time to rest before your semifinals match.
That's good. That's good to hear.
And which, by the way, congratulations on making it to semifinals. You're joining, I believe it's Tenacious Toad and Tensai
Yeah, let's
on,
go.
yeah, on the other side of the brackets, and their semifinal matches are probably gonna start up next week. So I wish you all of the luck. It's been great watching your matches this year.
Thank you
So
very much.
everyone in chat, if you enjoyed today's match, please go follow DareDevinX and HollowLogic. They gave us a great showing today, and this was fantastic. HollowLogic is probably going to be gearing up for Triforce Blitz, so looking forward to that. One more shout out to our trackers, Benji, Tobias, and Baseball, and shout out to Tobias for doing our double duty as our restreamer today. Thank you so much, Tobias. And Toffile, thank you for joining me in the commentators booth today. It has been wonderful commentating this match with you.
Yeah, it was a pleasure. I don't really have anything else to say. It's been 3 hours. I'm kind of talked out.